Who left house in the swimming pool? Michael? Marlon? You gonna get it? Who left house in the swimming pool? Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. Who left house in the swimming pool? Michael? Marlon? You gonna get it? Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. Woo! Yes. Yeah, come here. Who left house in the swimming pool? Who left house in the swimming pool? Michael? Marlon? You gonna get it? Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. So I watched the Michael Jackson trailer for the new biopic, Michael. Fire, looks great. Shout out to his nephew Jafar Jackson playing Michael. Looks great. He looks like a spitting image of Mike. Looks just like him. His eyes are smaller than Mike's though. Mike had very big eyes. That's one thing that I noticed. That's the one difference. Like Mike and Janet have like the same eyes. They have like very big eyes, you know. But it's great, man. I love it. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see it. You can't wait to see it, right? You can't wait to see it. Yeah, I know you can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great. I heard Nia Long is playing his mom. Coleman Domingo is playing Joe Jackson. Hilarious. What's my man's name that played Joe Jackson in the you know what? It don't even matter, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Who left house in the swimming pool? Michael? Marlon? You gonna get it? Excited. Very excited for this. Hey, man. Shout out to Flex. Shout out to Flex Alexander. Flex Alexander walked. He crawled. So Jafar Jackson can soar. So shout out to Flex Alexander, dog. Honestly, very exciting. One thing they really need to do, I feel like, is they need to focus. You cool? They need to focus on for me, I've always felt like I grew up with the Jackson American Dream movie as a kid. I watched it a million times. Shout out to Wiley Draper, who played Mike in the grown-up version of Mike in those biopics of the Jackson 5. When I was a kid, I dead ass thought Wiley Draper was Michael Jackson. When I was a kid and I was watching the Jackson 5 thing, and I knew the kid version of Michael wasn't Michael. Jason Weaver, shout out to him. You know, hood legend Jason Weaver. I knew Jason Weaver wasn't Michael Jackson. I knew that. But when Wiley Draper takes over and they age up and fast forward, I remember specifically, he comes in at a part in the studio where he's like singing Human Nature. And so I thought that was Mike. Off the visual. Off the visual, I thought it was Mike. I thought Wiley Draper was Michael Jackson legit. I thought, oh, Michael Jackson is like acting in the, like, this is like him now. Like, this is him. I really did think that. Shout out to Michael Trapson. Ayo, Michael Trapson, dog. I was scrolling on YouTube and I seen Michael Trapson video pop up of him doing a reaction to this trailer. I ain't watch it, but I was just like, yo, this trailer brought Michael Trapson back. Shout out to Michael Trapson. That nigga's like 6'9". Like 6'9" Michael Jackson. Shout out to Michael Trapson though. Hood legend Michael Trapson. If you know, you know. But I feel like that Jackson American Dream movie, it really only focused on the Jackson 5. And it really focuses on Michael's parents and the Jackson 5 and the formation of the group and how it started. And it's the Jackson family. And it ends with Michael sort of propelling himself into being a superstar. It ends at the Motown 25 thing, I think, and he's like doing the moonwalk or whatever. Like it ends at that point, and that's like when Michael's first ascending into like megastar status. And I feel like we never get a movie where it focuses on Michael's prime years as a superstar. We got the Jackson movie, which focuses on the Jacksons, and then we got the one with Flex Alexander that focused on like the latter half of Mike's life and his personal issues and allegations and things like that. And I feel like this is our first time. I've always said we need a movie solely for, when I first heard that they was making this biopic, I said to myself that this needs to be like, they need to focus on the eras of the 80s and the 90s specifically. Just Michael, superstar, super aura, just like people fainting off the visuals. Medusa. Like people, they need to focus on that. People fainting, people like him maneuvering through Hollywood and just how he, was moving through and making all these big hits, making all these classics, meeting people, winning awards. They, obviously focus on the issues he had within himself with the plastic surgeries and things of that nature, the nose stuff. There's a lot of good story to tell in there. I feel like we only ever really focus on like in the biopics that I've seen, like I said, American Dream only focused on the Jackson 5, and Flex Alexander's iteration focused on the latter half. And there was another one too. There was another one where it was like, wasn't it focused on like Mike's bodyguard or something? I don't know. They had a couple. He's had a couple biopics. They just never focus on the shit that people really care about. The stuff that people really care about. That's what they never focus on. They never focus on what we really care about. Come on. Right up here. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, they never focus on what we care about. They never focus on like what we actually want to see as Michael Jackson fans. I'm a Michael Jackson fan. I love Mike. I'm just excited for this movie, man. It's gonna be really good. I seen the Broadway play, the Michael Jackson Broadway play. That was great. I want the movie to kind of focus on what they focused on in that Broadway play, but more of the dramatic stuff also, because they could, obviously, they focused on a lot in that Broadway play. They did his whole like life in a nutshell. Yeah, man, like it's gonna be great. They just really need to lock in on the 80s and 90s. That's what I believe. Lock in on the 80s and 90s. Where should it end at? I don't know, because Mike really has like 3 careers. He has his Jackson 5 career, and then his super prime aura clip farm, aura farm, just out of here, off the visuals era of him, which we should focus on. And then you have the post history album stuff where, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s up until his passing. And I went to go see This Is It with my mom. Me and my mom, when that came out, when This Is It came out, the movie documentary thing about his final tour that he never got to go on. I remember I went to go see it with my mom. And we was in there watching it. It was great. I enjoyed it. He still had it. He was about to I just wish I could have been alive and grown and old enough to really see him in concert. See the visuals in real life, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nutty. I'm here for it. I'm very excited. Um, very excited. Um, yeah. So should be fun. Let me know what you guys think. You guys excited for this? What's your favorite Michael Jackson video? My favorite video is Thriller. Yeah, Thriller. If I want to remove Thriller because that's like an easy answer, I'll probably say oh, there's a lot to choose from. Rock With You. I like Rock With You. I like the aesthetic of Rock With You, so yeah, probably say that was my favorite. But the prosthetic nose looks crazy. Like they gave him a prosthetic nose, and you could tell it's like, all right, I get it. Like he had a big nose, and that's an insecurity that's going to later. He's going to later, get a nose job and stuff like that. We get it, but I just felt like it was a bit like, all right, but it was fine. Like it ain't like crazy, but I just seen it and I was like, all right, like it's obvious. Obvious nose is obvious. So, but you got any other words? You got anything you want to say? Michael, Marvin, you gonna get it?